Hello!
Hey!
Welcome back to Lemon Knife's Top 100 Songs.
Been a little while, hasn't it?
Yes. But, without much ado about nothing,
Whatsoever.
my number 40 is The Bleeding Heart Show by New Pornographers.
Mm-hmm.
Live stapled there, though, as set closer, and for good reason. It's kind of a perfect build up to it.
Oh, yeah.
It starts out quiet and ballady, eventually builds in almost like tribal drumming.
It's like a happy epic.
Happy
It's like a happy epic. Well, it's
I
not
don't
happy per se, but it sounds so like uplifting. It's
yeah,
not actually
especially
a happy
the fast
song.
part. Yeah.
It's actually a very happy song, is
It's
it?
this like super climax with both like vocals joining together.
It's a really, really beautiful kind of way to finish it off, certainly.
Yeah. All right.
My number 40, I'm peeling it off here, is the ever classic No One Knows by the men themselves.
The men themselves.
I don't know. I was trying to think, because I can't, the Queens themselves, but then it's like, wait, they're not actually,
Queens.
I know that's not the point, but anyway, but yeah, this is I think the first time I heard this was long before I ever, like, really knew Queens of the Stone Age were a thing. It was, way back in the ancient Guitar Hero days when they were doing the cruddy covers still. And
How was their cover of No One Knows?
It was fine. Like it wasn't nearly as energetic, I think, was the problem. But I liked that riff straight away. I think it was like, oh, I remember that riff. I like playing this song. I'm gonna play this song again. But like the vocals were like really unenergetic by comparison, and they're not even like that energetic in this song. But they're like they were like even like dude's half asleep. But anyway,
just such a fantastic song instrumentally. Like every instrument has like a lot of time in the shine.
And again, it's like it's their best known song, and it's not the final song on their list. It's actually one of the only ones, believe it or not. But this is just a well structured piece. It deserves to be up here, I think.
Definitely, we might see it in the future from me as well.
Oh.
But for now, my number 39 is by another group that will probably not appear on Mia's list. This is another Crazy Arm song.
Another Crazy Arm song!
This one is Bandolito, one of their faster, punkish ones, but still manages to kind of ebb and flow a little. It's just kind of a great, like, 3-minute long bolt of pure energy.
One of those other mini epics, yeah.
Yeah. Mostly just kind of punk all the way through, kind of a nice little, like, slightly calmer bridge.
I did glance over at that, and unfortunately, the first thing I thought was he put Carlito on the list.
Oh no! Please,
why would
no.
he do that?
I cook a taco.
For those who don't know, please look up the utter number 39 masterpiece, Carlito.
No.
No, please don't.
As a reminder, you can find the whole thing on Spotify, linked to in the comments.
Yeah, Carlito.
So you can listen. No, Carlito will not be on there.
No, yes, we can have the playlist.
Mia's out of the band, so.
I'm sorry.
Our next album is canceled.
Everything is canceled.
Yep.
The band is over. I brought up Carlito 3 times. That was it. 3 strikes were out.
It's like the Beetlejuice or whatever. You say her name
Carlito,
3 times
Carlito,
in front of a
Carlito.
mirror and then it melts. I haven't seen the movie.
I don't
sure
actually. It just Beetlejuice
right.
appears, kind of.
Okay.
I don't know, or something. Anyway, hey, I was teasing this last video. If anyone figured out the B minor Metallica song, well, it's One. It's One by Metallica. So, man, if this isn't a metal masterpiece,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, it's all these different pieces, and it doesn't feel as long as it is, which is kind of rare for a Metallica song, even as much as I love their work. This one, you know, it starts off with this really, you know, gorgeous intro on guitar, kind of comes in, and then it kind of reveals itself to be about a really unique and really, really dark thing of just someone who lost all senses in the war, and they're just being kept alive for whatever reason, and they're just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Really just want to die.
It's kind of a structure that a lot of the like 80s metal ballads do, but it actually does it like correctly.
It does
like,
it
they could all really
extremely
learn from
well.
it.
Yeah.
I do think it could be a minute or two shorter. But
well, by the end, it's like it just works beautifully.
I want to just start around there. The song, maybe with a minute of quiet beforehand.
If you say so, John.
We'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
It wouldn't be as sad with that, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the whole thing, it's not a very happy. We thought the Bleeding Heart Show wasn't happy. That's like exponentially as unhappy. Anyway.
All right, my number 38 is Point Counterpoint by Streetlight Manifesto. I think definitely the last ska song, if there were even any others on my
I don't
list.
actually remember.
But this is just kind of like
It's
a
a great
ska epic masterpiece from the like super speedy, wordy chorus, the kind of
The
just
tick-tock clock and the...
tick-tock clock, the like great bridge, great all the instruments, all those horny things, and
Oh, no, not the horny things.
great drumming.
John moves
Just-
on.
Great, great song overall. Did I have that one on my list? Did I have your next one?
Not yet, I don't
Oh,
think.
I think I meant to then, or I
So
forgot
you can
to.
just... I don't actually remember whether
I'm
or not
gonna replace number
specifically-
30 because I'm kind of lukewarm on number.
I'm gonna-
Anyway,
Okay, so yeah, no spoilers, guys. Number
Yep.
38 is Going Underground by The Jam.
going underground.
So The Jam in general is a band that kind of blew me away when I first heard them, and I kind of been surprised I hadn't heard them earlier. We were going through that albums list that 1001 albums you should hear before you die, and Almad Khans was there, very early on. I mean, Sound Effects I think was also there, but when I heard that, it's like, dude, how have I not heard these people earlier? It's very it's like
British.
it's very British. It's like super straight punk Who or something. It's like it would be the Who
Yeah.
if they went punk, sort of. But this song, I mean, it's actually the only one, but is just like this super cracker of a punk
Yeah.
number, and just it's punk, but it's so musical and just really well structured.
And just like very clever lyrics too. Like,
Oh
very,
yeah, great songwriting.
Society gets what society wants, but I don't
Well,
get what the society wants. I'm
or,
going
something
underground.
like Going Underground. And fantastic bass work by Bruce Foxton. Fantastic
Yeah.
instrumentals from all of them. Bruce Foxton is awesome. So listen to Jam.
My number 37 is Constructive Summer by The Hold Steady.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of a nice, very concise one of theirs, less than 3 minutes, but just it's got piano solos, it's got a driving riff and beat, it's kind of, and it's kind of their slightly later phase where they're more about getting to the point in the song structure,
Right.
having the songs be about specific things instead of all being part of a
Oh,
sprawling
yeah.
epic. Not that I don't like the sprawling epic phase of them as well. But this is one about, it's just kind of him and his buddies or whatever and people,
His
and
buddies
just
and
kind of
people.
inspiring them to like go out and like
Construct?
I guess
construction?
yes.
They're all-
Okay, guys, let's start.
Now I'm picturing like Craig Finn in a hard hat.
All right, you need to put the girders over there.
And like instead of like the music getting louder and louder and Craig Finn shouting over it, it's like the construction, like the jackhammers are going and he's it's
Hallelujah had improper hearing protection.
Look out for our next song based on Held Steady as a construction unit. All right, no.
I also but yeah, and inspiring people to, like, just kind of go out and make things happen and that type of thing, which is kind of a life philosophy of mine in general.
kind of
and then,
kind of big theme in Lemon Knife, yeah.
Yeah, and then it also kind of ends with a good sentence for that would be my religious views as well, which it ends with we are our only saviors or whatever.
You
know?
had that written on Facebook.
Yeah, I think I still have that in the spirituality section
I think
of
you
Facebook.
might.
Yeah.
It's like, what's your religion? We are our only saviors.
Yep.
Okay.
Like,
I
there
just
may or may
realized where
not
that
be
came
something
from.
else out there, but whatever it is, we got to do it.
That makes all the sense in the world.
All right.
Number 37, a perennial fave band of Mears. Yes, that's the drum beat. That's how it's like a half-speed Love Will Tear Us Apart, isn't it? No,
I
do
guess.
Love Will Tear Us Apart and then do Resistance. Yeah, okay, it's kind of...
Well, yeah, they both
Any-
have like disco beats. I mean, I don't
I
think
just-
it's because
no.
I think Resistance is on like the toms rather than the hi hat. So
Oh yes,
I
well,
don't-
but like the sticks. Here I am trying to
Yeah.
talk like a drummer. You're the drummer. I'm leaving
Yeah.
this to you. Anyway, Resistance. I'll talk about the other instruments. So Resistance by Muse. So everything here is just kind of its own kind of 5-minute epic. We're going to like the shorter epics now.
Mhm.
We're in the shorter epic stage. We're gonna get to the longer epics in a bit on the list. But here we have actually a really cracking bass line, which is kind of somewhat in the background
Good
here.
old
But if you're
Wolsty.
Wolstenholme. He's a as always, he's not sticking to, root notes or whatever, which would be excusable, I guess, but he, adds to the song with kind of a counter melody.
He's got some stem notes, too. Okay.
I think it's fantastic. And it's going along with these fantastic, clearly Queen tribute backup vocals, whereas it's kind of in the same rhythm as those. The vocals as a whole are fantastic, very dramatic. So,
it's great protest song.
Great protest song, nice and literally 1984.
My number, as we get to the higher numbers, a lot more of my top ones are probably like either angry, political, depressing.
Both.
Here's one that is purely happy though. Mm-hmm. This is Bruce Springsteen epic Rosalita at number 36. Just kind of.
Oh, it's a good song.
Yeah, off one of his earliest things, like. It's 7 minutes of just like things happening. He's going out, he's going to the parties, seeing Rosalita, he's taking her to San Diego or something. The closest thing they come to any drama in the song is that her papa says he doesn't have any money, but that's immediately resolved because the record company, Rosie, just gave me a big advance.
Yeah!
Go, Bruce.
Nice and simple solution.
And just all the instruments are almost just like twitching with energy throughout it.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's a fantastic song.
It's kind of his earlier, more unhinged drummer. Before he switched drummers.
Weinberg, I guess.
Yeah, before Weinberg.
Unhinged.
And he certainly fits like this song really well.
Fantastic, yeah. I can't believe I didn't put any Bruce on my list. I should have, but it's that.
It's by far not the last for seeing of him on mine.
Well, multiple spoilers. My favorite songs by him are probably that and Jungle Land. So
we may see that in the future.
Ah, we're moving on though. I should have done that. Maybe it's unknown. Maybe it's super unknown. By Soundgarden. Maybe it's super. So yeah, my favorite Soundgarden song. The album as a whole is just kind of this big hit parade for Soundgarden, right? And it's and it's just this, fantastic, just straightforward rocker, but also kind of ebbs and flows.
Great
and
riff, yeah.
Fantastic riff, great vocals, just this kind of continuous chugga 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 sort of a deal. One of the more continuous songs on the list, that doesn't just come in and out of all the parts. So it's a great vibe, I don't know, for lack of a better word, feel.
All right, my number 35. It may or may not be a deep cut. I haven't really gone to any Arcade Fire message boards, so I don't actually know what the fans feel about this one. But I know they never play it live, so who knows? This is Antichrist Television Blues off of their second album.
You forgot the parentheses. Oh.
Antichrist Television Blues.
Well, no, you had me looking for parentheses now. Okay.
I drew them myself. It's kind of like. There's a storyline about this guy and his daughter is like a singer and he's making her sing and such. But I think just kind of tied in with all that, it's also just kind of this general, millennial city malaise. That, it's very relatable. He's like, oh, I don't want to be just there, like, working in a building downtown and that type of thing. So he kind of is hoping, like, his daughter's singing, like, make it big for him or whatever.
Kind of a vicarious living situation.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Tool's Vicarious.
Yeah.
At all.
No.
Whatsoever.
Nope.
We're gonna move on.
Yup.
Nope. Yeah. Why?
Okay.
Okay, so it's Turn to Stone by Electric Light Orchestra.
Time to get up.
I'm gonna say, yeah, it's my alarm clock. I actually only initially picked it as my alarm clock because it has that fade-in intro. Like, because, the thing about alarm clocks, if you have it fade in, it's not nearly as awful of a waking up. You're not just, like, shaken out. You're like, oh, it's coming to the mind. Okay,
I think you can set anything to fade in.
Yeah, but it's not the song then.
Yeah.
But it's not the song then, John. It's very important it's still the song. Anyway, Electric Light Orchestra, they're just such a unique group, and I just love how they combine, this is the only song on the list, but I just love how they combine, like, these great symphonic influences and this, still that rock sensibility.
Yeah,
like
harmonic and still lively.
Just, like, classical, but very rocking classical sort of a deal. You've got, things like Fire on High, or even Poker, which is kind of a deeper cut. That's a great example of what they have there. you got the big strings, but you also got that big guitar driving. That's a fantastic combination.
Yeah.
So I do like my semi-campy classical rock bands. So
I'm sure we won't see any more of any
Oh
campiness on your
no,
list.
we're not. We're totally not gonna be getting painful by the top 10.
Oh
no.
yeah. Speaking of campy, my number 34 is
Oh,
Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Yeah.
That's just like the all-time champion of like campiness, just like such a energetic, happy
Oh, I love
song, impossible not to love.
How do you not just get like super happy when that song? It's like a particularly happy Broadway song, but like way better than Broadway.
What's your number 34, Mia?
Do we have to keep going like this?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Okay. It's Threes and Sevens by Queens of the Stone Age.
Another great riff.
It's three. And so, okay, this is my favorite Queens of the Stone Age song. It is just this perfectly constructed, like, 4 minutes. It is like some of the most perfectly constructed 4 minutes there has been in rock.
Mhm.
Fantastic, unforgettable riff.
Super tight. It's got those like
super
mini
tight.
solos thrown in.
Mini solos, this fantastic, like, epic feeling bridge. It's another one of those, like, I guess not quite as epic as some of the other mini epics, but, like, the short but, like, many parts, totally unforgettable song. I love it to death.
My number 33, one we've covered a couple times,
Ooh,
is
yeah.
Common People. We recently covered it on that podcast.
We did Blue Island Radio.
Blue Island Radio.
It's
that was
online,
it.
guys. Listen to
Yes.
it. It was fun.
Great show. Lots of interesting questions.
Oh, yeah. It's some fun.
This is Common
Wow.
People by Pulp. Another incredibly British song.
Oh, God, yeah.
Where this is them kind of, it's, you know, this guy, basically just him commenting on, like, this girl has come from this very rich background, and,
Oh, I don't live like you.
yeah, and, like,
peasants.
even if she's, like, put into a, you know, even if she's, like, temporarily into, in, like, a poor situation, it's like, you still don't kind of understand the fundamental thing, because, like, you always
call
have
your
an
dad
escape
and
route. Yeah.
you can stop that all. We can't have that.
Yeah, it's possible I'm not allowed to like it coming from more of a upper middle class background. But
No, you have the sensibility. That's what counts. When you're in Lemon Knife, we're all against that. We were like, tax the rich is like common people, you know? But like way more aggressive and murderous.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I mean...
And also not the William Shatner. The William Shatner version is fine, but the Pulp version does not sound like Jamaican music, and it
We're
is
talking
still
to
the
you,
best
anonymous
version.
commenter.
Yes.
Watts Prophets. Yeah, we know who you are. Yeah, we're talking to you.
It's not Jamaican music.
It is not. It is definitely. He said Jamaican music? Oh, good.
Right.
We'll argue about this later. We're going to have to Discord him.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Good Times, Bad Times by Led Zeppelin. Now, in a shocking turn of events, this is one of two, first of all. I think one of two, and the last Led Zeppelin song on my list. Which means you're not going to be hearing Stairway from me. And are you not going to be hearing Kashmir? Are you not going to be hearing Achilles'
Good.
Last Stand?
Good.
I like all those songs. They're just not top 100 material for me, and I'm just really sick of Stairway. No one else is. Anyway, but Good Times, Bad Times, okay, here is like some of the most concise stuff Led Zeppelin's ever done, and it's the very first song they burst out of the gate with, not to mention. Opening song, first album, first thing released. Hey, we're here, we're Zeppelin. How's it going? And like, you know, by this time they hadn't gone into like the full 8-hour solo deal.
Yeah, and they're not
it's a
writing
great
about
song.
hobbits.
Wait, I like them when they write about hobbits.
They're still just writing about sex every song.
But I want hobbits.
Sex and hobbits, the
But
Led Zeppelin
Ramble
story.
On is like my heart, but it's not on my list.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was your favorite.
Yeah, that's changed over the years.
Oh, okay.
Over the hours, I think I listened to it again and it's like, oh, not quite, but I love it.
Were there any others by them on your list? I forget.
The Rover, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Way back when.
Yeah, if I was going to have any, it would be Over the Hills and Far Away.
That's a great song too. Yeah, that almost made it. That's like 105 or something.
All right, my number 32 is going to be Going Underground.
Okay.
I'm trying to move the other
other
things
one.
up. I have one to take off from the next batch.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, Going Underground, we basically said everything about it.
Yeah,
So
but
what is
let's
your number
scratch off the
32?
numbers on the next very professional post-its over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Okay. Number 32. Do the intro. Do the intro, John.
Doom, doom. Oh, wrong one.
No. What were you even doing? Oh, no, that's not that one. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the next one. Nothing. They didn't see anything.
Yep.
Anyway, this is a wonderful, wonderful, angsty 80s song, and I can't hate Morrissey completely if he did this song. Like, I want to hate him more than I do, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think I may have even said this before, but
you
it
want
is...
to hate me, peasant, but you can't.
Anyway, this is just it's a wonderful vocal performance by him. This is my favorite vocal performance of the bunch of his. You just feel everything he's saying quite literally,
Yeah,
you know.
it's like a melodramatic one and a kind of song that calls for melodrama.
It's like the highlight passage I'm going to give you is, and in a dark and utter past, I thought, oh God, my chances come at last, but a strange fear gripped me, and I just couldn't ask. So I can't do it here. I'm not going to try to do it justice, but listen to that part, and it's just such a perfect like expression of what he's talking about. That and then, you know, just everything around it. What a wonderful instrumental, and just that chord progression will absolutely just bring a tear to your eye.
That kind of like guitar
you know?
sound too.
Fantastic stuff. I mean, Johnny Marr is awesome.
Yeah.
That I can say without reservation. So yeah, there is a light that never goes out.
All right, my number 31 is
32,
Black
but actually.
Black by Okkervil River.
Yeah.
There's kind of a song, very very powerful, impossible not for it to be kind of emotional thing.
Oh yeah.
It's from like someone's perspective where like someone they know has been like assaulted or that type of thing, and they're kind of going through a bunch of things themselves where they're kind of, you know, it's kind of natural, so where like they're feeling kind of, you know, unworthy that they weren't able to protect the person, and then also like they're wanting to kind of take vengeance on the person who did it, but they, you know, it's kind of up to the victim or whatever.
The victim's kind of like leave it alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, very heartbreaking. I kind of teared up when I first heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. So just like incredibly powerful song.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be hard to move on to this next one.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom. All right, another one bites the dust. We're getting very Queen heavy now. You may have noticed.
Yes.
It's only gonna continue.
What is this, RuPaul's Drag Race?
All right, we good with that?
Yeah.
Anyway, but this is John Deacon's, one of John Deacon's finest moments, obviously as a bass player. Who can forget that fantastic, punchy? I mean, you just bring the bass to the forefront. That is how you do it. It's simple to play, but it is just so well written. And I think he wrote the entire song as well. So
Nice.
Just a fantastic, funky, dancey song about, I don't know, killing people or something, and being on the edge of your seat and stuff.
All right.
Good job, Quinn.
And we'll see you next time.
Yahoo!